What's up, guys? Coach Shelby here, bringing you 3 of my favorite basketball strength exercises. They're really exercises that are designed to help your core and to help you finish stronger around the rim. The first movement we're going to get to is what would be like a hybrid or a progression of the traditional pal-off press, or belly push as a lot of people know it, which is an anti-rotation core movement. Again, it's designed to prevent you from falling, rotating off balance when you are on your feet in particular. In this case, when you get bumped or you have contact in the upper body. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my med ball, I'm going to anchor my tubing or my band right at about chest-ish height, somewhere around there, bottom of the rib cage to chest height. I'm going to put the band over my hand like so, put it right down to the palm so it doesn't pull you off of the basketball or the medicine ball, depending on what you're using. And if it hurts your thumb, you can kind of wrap it on the bottom side of that palm. But either way, it's anchored through the hand. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ball, I'm going to bring it to that chest. Now, in traditional push, we go out in front of ourselves like this. And when you press out in front, you're going to find that resistance wants to pull you to the side. So we're going to do 2 things with this initial one. One, feet are about shoulder width, hands are to the chest, abs are tucked in so you have a nice neutral spine. So I'm not arching too far forward, and I'm not tucked in and rounded over like a crunch. I have myself set through the front side of those abs, and I'm going to press straight out and back in. Out and in, out and in. And every time I go out, that ball is going to want to rotate because of the pull from the band, and you're already going to have a little bit when you're at your chest. That's progression 1. Progression 2, with this same exercise, we're going to go straight from the chest, and we're going to go straight up overhead. Every time I press up overhead, I'm going to feel the band want to pull me off to my side so I can side bend. These 2 movements, when put together, create essentially a twisting motion and a side bending motion, very similar to if you go in and you're trying to finish with that contact around the rim. You're getting knocked over to the side, you're getting twisted and rotated to the side. So this movement, this exercise is designed to help you finish strong and to be strong around the basket. In particular, when you have the ball in your hands and you are trying to finish against a big guy or bigger guy or somebody more physical. Second movement I'm going to talk about is a progression on what we just did with the pal-off presses. I'm still going to have my band or my tubing anchored. I'm still going to have my medicine ball or my basketball in my hands. I'm going to take that medicine ball and I'm going to go right to the chest. And first thing I'm going to do is what would be like a lateral jump. And I'm going to go 2 feet to 2 feet, very similar to how you would use it on the court if you were doing some type of a jump stop or a lateral jump stop. In this case, I'm going to go straight to the side, so I'm learning to resist that rotation from the band. So the further I jump out, the more pull I am getting. Again, very similar to absorbing contact. The next step from here is I'm going to work on transitioning the ball over, just like I would sweep going up from shoulder to shoulder. And again, you don't want the ball to go too far away from you, because what happens is you actually start to expose that ball. So I want to keep it reasonably close, pretty much just above the head, and bring it right back over to that other side. And you can do this one of 2 ways. One, you can do it first by jumping, landing, and then switching. 2, the more practical application for in games is that big sweep when you jump stop, so I can work on that at the same time that I am jumping. You will also notice that by having the band and the ball, when you sweep, again, that's going to force you to be a little bit more off balance. It's going to make you control your body just a little bit more. Third movement we're going to learn is a reverse pivot with the basketball. We're going to work that into a jump. So this movement again starts to work on absorbing contact and still staying on balance, but now it's contact when you are trying to pivot to, again, get yourself in position, to get yourself an angle to finish, or perhaps even just when you're being bodied up, if you just get rid of the jump at the end. So I'm going to start with the ball on my right hand on the right side of my body, and my right foot is going to be my anchor foot. That is going to be my pivot foot. So I'm going to work on bringing the ball around as I pivot. And as you step, the further you step or the further you start back, the more resistance you're going to have on that ball. And again, you can start to work it going up overhead, and you can even start to work it sweeping down low and work on different positions, again incorporating the core and the upper body together with the movement. So it adds more resistance as you stretch the band more, so feel free to adjust as you need to. The second piece you're going to add to that is working that into a jump. So I'll work through my initial reverse pivot, and then I'll work up into my jump, jumping, controlling it, because again the band's going to pull you as you jump, to absorbing the landing on the ground and staying on balance when you land. So I got to absorb the force when I rotate, absorb the force when I jump, and absorb the force when I land, all pulling me off balance and off to the side at the same time.